So if you're in a war with your guitar player, which you always are, especially if you're a keyboard player, you can just crank up the tone knob, and actually the synthesizer sound will cut through a lot harder in the mix and become sort of more harsh. So if I have a clean sound here again, I can turn up the tone knob. And it becomes suddenly a lot more distinct. Or more bassy and mellow. So basically any kind of electronic sounds you want to make, you can do with this. And you have everything is very directly accessible, as you see on the panel as well. You also have a little bit crusher for direct access. To tweak around with. And some effects on board. Reverb delay. Also, we have cross modeling. Really nice for effect sounds, and also a very fast LFO as well. So really cool for effect sounds too. And lastly, for the System 1, well, the actual System 1, then we'll move on to the plug-out mode. The System 1 also has the scatter effect, again, like all of these machines. Now, the scatter effect on this one is actually arpeggio based. So here's a normal arpeggio. Now, what's funny about the scatter effect, it actually changes the rhythm of the arpeggio, but it also changes other parameters of the sound at the same time. So you can really make some drastic changes in the rhythm and the sound. just by turning a knob. So basically this is my scatter knob. I have 10 different scatter types, and they all do things, of course, slightly differently. And this is the intensity knob, which is kind of on the outside the scattered type knob. So let's try type number 1 here. Can try another one, maybe one that's a little bit more drastic and changes a lot of parameters. So now when I turn this wheel, you can see some of the knobs on the panel light up and flash. This means that these parameters, the corresponding parameters of those knobs are actually changing at the same time. And I mean, if I take a little more fun sound here. Of course, it still remains in tempo, in sync. So if I do this again, I just take some drums here and I play this one. Now I can increase the intensity. But when I release it, of course, it goes back and it's still on time. So that's the scatter effect in the System 1. And these are some of the things, but I don't think it's not all of the things, but some of the things that makes this very unique. Now, I'd like to finally move over to our last thing in this little program, which is the plug-out mode. So we have basically several plugins that we will release, and the first one is a remake of the classic Roland SH-101, which is a very, very fine synthesizer from back in the 80s. So basically, it's a plugin. So let's check out. I have a little Logic project here, and let's have a listen to that. Okay, so basically what you're listening to now is not the System 1, but it's actually a separate plugin, which is the SH-101 Plug-Out plugin. Plug-Out plugin. Yeah, so basically this is a plugin that works completely by itself. So you have all the sound and all the settings in here in the plugin. And let me just bring it up for you to show you how it looks. There we have it. Nice and beautiful, just like the original, except for maybe a couple more pixels. Unlike the original, this has, of course, a lot of sounds you can switch between. So if I just go to the patch window here, we have all kinds of classic SH-101 type sounds. We have leads, we have basses. I'll just listen to a few random ones here. And of course, it's the same technology. This is a nice fat bass. It's based on the ACB technology again, so you have a very, very accurate reproduction of the original SH-101 sound. And not only the sound, but actually also the looks. So if you go here to options, you can actually get the classic red one, which is quite nice. And you can even get the blue one as well. You can also go to the System 1 layout, which is basically, now it looks like the kind of the same layout as the SH-101, but with some knobs crossed out, which is actually funny because if you go into this plug-out mode of the System 1, you have the same thing. So what am I really talking about here? Well, of course, I'm talking about the plug-out mode. This means it's not just this plugin. It actually means that you can import the SH-101 into the System 1, into the little plug-out slot here, and you have the System 1 synth and the SH-101 synth in one. So let's just take a sound here, and I'll just tweak around with it a little bit. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. let's say I like this sound. All I have to do is go to the plug out mode in the System 1. I just press the little plug out button right here. And then I press the send button. And let's turn the System 1 up. Now I have exactly the same sound inside the System 1. But, of course, the whole point of this is that I can just plug out the USB and I still have my SH-101 sound in there. So basically I can make 8 completely different SH-101 sound and store them in here if I have the plug-out. And the plug-out, the SH-101 Plug-Out Synth, will actually be included for free if you buy the System 1. So you get a separate plug-in, and you can actually, of course, use several SH-101s at the same time, even with different colors if you like. And you can also control, you can actually control even the SH-101 plugin from the System 1. So you can simply just turn the knobs here and they will be responding in the plugin as well. So, as you can see on the screen, I think if I turn the frequency, the cutoff frequency knob here, it changes, and if I turn the resonance knob, it changes as well. Magic. So you can basically control the plugin with the exact same parameters, but you also have one on the side that you can just disconnect and just go use live with no PC or Mac crashes or anything like that. So very, very nice. 2 synths in one at the same time. But of course we will release several other synths as well. So this is just a start, but the SH-101 we thought what would be a very nice way to start. So, and if you actually compare them just a little bit with the same levels, they actually sound very, very similar, even though this is an old analog beast and this is our lovely System 1. So, yeah, that's actually what I had to say about the product. So I can just show you a little bit of the internal SH-101 patches I've stored here. We can just go here and I can play a little arpeggio and just have a little little last jam right here. Okay, so thank you very much. I'm David Ålhund. Very nice to meet you, and thank you very much for coming. Actually, they're really extremely easy to use. So yeah, it's very intuitive. Most of our Aira endorsing artists have actually just taken them out of the box and just being able to program and jam along with them for after about two or 3 minutes. And it was the same thing for me. It's very intuitive. You think, oh, I want to record. Okay, I just press record. And I want to add a slide. I just press slide. So even the hidden functions are somewhat actually possible to figure out by yourself. Like, where would I put this feature? Like, if let's say I want to copy a pattern. There's no copy pattern button, but it's like, where would I put that? Okay, I would probably put it on holding pattern select and then pressing the pattern slot and then the destination slot. And actually, that is how it works. I would like to announce that we're actually coming with a whole bunch of new updates for free on the 25th of July. We're releasing updates for the TR8, for the VT3, and for the TB3.
We've got a question from Andy online, and it says, can the hardware unit be used as a controller for a plugin instance running on a computer?
Yes, it can. Basically, the hardware, they just send normal CC messages. So it's all about assigning them inside your software if you want to do that.
We have another question online from John Bowman. He says, will the SH-101 Plug-Out be monophonic like the original, or can you play 4 voices at once?
No, the SH-101 is pretty much like a real SH-101, so yes, it's monophonic.
And are there any plans for any mini polysynths?
I'm sorry?
Are there any plans for polysynths?
I cannot really tell you. I'm very sorry.
I didn't think you could. And we've got another question. Can I hear some more SH-101 patches, please?
Some more SH-101 patches? Yes, of course. I'll just do it from the software, if you don't mind, because that's easier. So let's just go into the software right here, and we have a bit of a blippy sound. So I'll just go to the patch browser right here. Some effects. This classic solid bass, yeah. This is my favorite preset, I think. Yeah, so leads, basses, all kinds of stuff in there. Also, additionally, of course, just like on the System-1, we actually have, even on the SH-101 plug-out or plug-in, we also have the additional effects. So you have the reverb and the delay and stuff like that as well. And bit crusher, like a little bonus, as well as an additional envelope. So you have the amp and the filter envelope are actually individually controllable, unlike on the actual SH-101.
Built-in bit crusher.
Huh? Yeah. There's a built-in bit crusher.
Get out, where?
Well, it's this little knob on the hardware. You have the bit crusher here at the end of the amp part. Yeah.
There's another actually good question here. Will you be able to run multiple plug-outs on the System-1 at the same time, like presets?
No, the System-1 in itself has 1 plug-out slot, so you can use 1 at a time. But of course, you can run multiple instances of the software because it just works like a normal plugin, and it has internal sound. I just wanted to kind of point that out again, in case someone missed that.
And we have another chap here who's desperately wanting another A/B test between both of them.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, obviously, if you're going to do an A/B test, you have to have the patches programmed the same way. So,
and a lab coat.
Let's see. Okay, let me just turn this up right here. So this is basically the one patch that I have. Since you cannot store patches in here, so I don't know if we have enough volume.
There we go.
Well, this is a lot louder. So
There you go.
yeah, to do like I said, I need to program everything from scratch if I'm gonna do with another sound. So it's a bit complicated.
Excellent. Is there any more questions from the audience? Yes.
Do you intend to sell the plugin version separately? That means separately from the System 1. Would it be possible to acquire them?
The SH-101 will not be available separately because it's included for free, and that's the only way to get it. It's by buying the System 1. Sorry.
And the next one?
The other ones, I don't know if they will be available separately. Actually, this is information I don't have yet. Sorry.
Okay, thanks.
Any more questions? Yes, Adrian. There we go.
Will there be any more coming in the Aira range? So, like the very phrase sampler, for instance.
There will be more Aira products. I can say that much. I cannot give you any details though, but there are things coming definitely.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.